Hello friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot, and I'm coming to you live again on a Thursday. It is June 27th, and it's the last Thursday of the month, so this is kind of like the end of the month for me. I will be out of town next week, so I will not be live next week, but I'll resume after that. So we'll be out of town on a family vacation. So let me get my computer pulled up in front of me so I can see comments as if you have any comments or questions or check-ins, woohoos, whatever you got. I love to see comments and see who's watching. So thank you for joining me if you're joining live. If you're watching the replay, that's awesome too. I know not everybody can watch. And I haven't really been consistent with my times except for the fact that this month I've been on Thursday afternoons. So I think I've ranged from like 12:30 until 3:45 at this point. So summer has definitely kicked in here for us. My boys are in full summer break mode, and that of course affects me because they're home with me so far this after school. This is their second week off. So it has adjusted my schedule a little bit, and we've all been staying up a little bit later than we probably should at night. But that's okay, that's summertime, right? So summer schedule mode is in effect. So real quick, I just wanted to highlight a couple things, and then I'm going to turn my camera down and share a fun project with you. And let's see, so today's the 27th of June. The end of the month is coming up on Sunday. So this whole month we've had a sale on our stamp and die bundles, and also our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machines, all three machines. So there's the regular size or the big one, the mini one, and then the mini one in blue or boho blue. So there's three options for those machines, but those are also 10% off through Sunday the 30th. So I will attach my host code to the description of this video. So if there is something you want to order on the sale by Sunday, please make sure you get logged in and do that. I will be, like I said, I will be out of town starting Saturday, and so I will have very limited access to help with orders after Saturday afternoon. So if you want help with your order, please reach out to me either today or Friday, and I will work with you to get your order in if there is definitely something you want that's on sale, because I don't want you to miss that extra percentage off if that's something you're looking to take advantage of. So again, June 30th is coming up, and then we'll be into July. So I'm excited about that. There's a lot of fun things happening in July. I'm not going to talk about them today because they're a little ways out, a week out, but there are definitely some fun things coming in July. There's a new release, I will say this, of online exclusives. So that will release on July 3rd, which is next Wednesday. And so if you like to hop on the computer and look at those, on July 3rd, you will see some additional products, and there are some really good ones. I will say there's some seasonal things, some holiday and fall, and some all occasion things as well. But I'm very excited about this launch, and that's going to start July 3rd, and those products are online exclusives, so they basically are available, and then they may disappear temporarily and come back. It just depends on the popularity of them and things like that. So just wanted to mention that and make sure you knew about that coming up next Wednesday. So just a little bit under a week to go. Also, there'll be two new kits released on Wednesday the 3rd as well. So there'll be two brand new kits to the kits collection. I have no idea what they look like. They don't preview them to us usually early, so I have no idea what they are, so I'll be as surprised as you will be. Of course, the online exclusives, I have gotten sneak peeks and been able to order this month as a demonstrator. We get the opportunity to pre-order those online exclusives early. So I have seen quite a few of them in person, and of course the whole collection of online exclusives online. But the kits collections I have not seen. So again, they've been releasing 2 a month this year, and so they'll be adding 2 more to the options there for kits collections. All right, So I am trying to make sure I have everything set up right before I turn my phone down. And so I like to cover my camera while I transition to my desktop. So let me go ahead and do that and get us in the hands view mode. Okay. So sorry if this is a little bit jittery until I get set up in the hands down mode. And hopefully, oops, that's not what I meant to do. I guess I should put my glasses on. That would help. There we go. All right, so hopefully you are seeing my catalog there on the screen. And I'm going to just show you a few things that I'm going to be using today so that you will know where to find them in the catalog, and point out some of those products. So I am going to be using some products from this suite called Mediterranean Blooms, which I fell in love with as soon as the catalog was shown to us. I love everything about this. Now, I've not ever been to the Mediterranean, but I do certainly love and appreciate all of these products. I've already done a whole class on them back in May, but I love the colors. I love the citrus parts of it. But it just spoke to me right away. So one day I hope to go to the Mediterranean and see these things in real life, not just a United States version of them, but this is definitely one of those suites that just spoke to me right away. So it comes with a stamp set and a die set. You can buy those individually, or of course you can buy them as a bundle. And right now, until Sunday the 30th, this bundle is on sale. So normally the bundle is $62. And until Sunday, or through Sunday, it is on sale for $55. So that will give you this stamp set called Citrus Blooms, and this is a red rubber stamp set, so it's not the photopolymer. And there's some larger images here in the stamp set, and 4 different greetings, and then some extra little pieces to go along with stamping. The die set is also a very large die set. It has 15 pieces in it. And some of the pieces are smaller, some are big, some go along with the paper, some are card front size almost. So these pieces are very large here on this die set. So it's a very nice die set, and I will point out a couple things. So this die does match this stamp, and this die matches this stamp, and then you have the little flowers here that match these 2 flowers. Then you have some extra pieces that go along with it. These 2 dies also will match a piece of the paper, so I'll show you those in just a moment. The suite also comes with these lovely opal rounds, the assortment embellishments, and they were on not orderable for a while, but they are back in stock, and they're a really pretty. They're a little bit thicker than some of the more flat embellishments we have, but the colors on this are Night of Navy, Clear, and Lemon Lolly. So it's colors that coordinate perfectly with the designer paper. Let's show you the designer series paper. So I don't have full sheets of everything anymore because I've used quite a bit of it, but this is one of the patterns that has both oranges and lemons on it. And then the flip side of every paper has these lovely Mediterranean blue tile sides to them. This one is just full of lemons, and the little flowers as well. And then the flip side of this one. This one features the lemons here. This one does not have a die that will work with it, but you can fussy cut out those or just use pieces of this paper. And then this is the flip side on that one. Let's see here. This one is a lot of the oranges and the little blossoms as well. And the flip side on this one is another small print with the blue there. This one has just the floral element to it. It is not so much the fruit, but this is a really nice piece here. I really like this one. And then another Mediterranean style blue tile. The colors that are featured in these papers are Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Garden Green, Balmy Blue, and Night of Navy. But there's a few more too. So also Boho Blue is in there. Cajun Craze is in this paper. Early Espresso. Lemon Lolly. And Peach Pie and Pumpkin Pie, which I said that one. So it's got a lot of colors in this paper. Now this is the paper that will cut out with the dies, and this is just the paper that has the orange blossoms on it. So there's the single orange blossom here that will be cut out. You can use the die to cut it out with, and then there's the triple orange one that can be cut out with the die as well. So you could fussy cut it, or you could use the dies on that one. And then the flip side of this one is another tile print. So just a lovely pack of paper and lots of beautiful designs. Let's see if I can flip it over without making too much of a mess. And all of the blossoms and the oranges and lemons. Very, very Mediterranean, if you ask me. So that is the paper. I will be using part of the paper on my project today, as well as these opal rounds. And I'm not using the dies on this one, but I am using the stamp set. So I will talk about that as we go along. Let me just move these out of the way. So again, this Mediterranean Blooms can be found on page 34 and 35 of the catalog. Of course, the embellishments are repeated back on page 113, 114. I believe that's the one it is, 113, 114 for the embellishments, but you can also get their product information, no, 114, 115, but their product number is down here at the bottom below the paper as well. This embellishment pack does come with 120 pieces in it, so it's a really nice amount of embellishments there. Okay, so that's the Mediterranean Bloom Suite, and I want to mention I'm going to be using 2 punches on this project that I'm about to show you. I'm going to be using this punch, which is a new punch called Labeled with Love. You can find it on page 58. It's actually part of a bundle. This is one of the new bundles that you can get with dies or with a punch or separate, but the punch itself is $23, and that's one of the punches I'll be using on this project, but that's on page 58 of the catalog. And then the other punch I'll be using is the 2-inch circle punch, and this punch is part of the online exclusive offering right now. So this one is also $23, but the 2-inch circle punch is one of the online exclusives. All right, so I just wanted to mention those because I'm not using dies on this. So let's go ahead and punch out those pieces. So I'm going to take the Labeled with Love punch and some scrap white paper, just some basic white, and I'm going to just punch out one of these labels, and we'll be stamping on this. And then I'm going to take some scrap boho blue and punch out a 2-inch circle. These will be layered together eventually on our project, but I want to go ahead and get the punching out of the way. So those are our 2 punches that we used there. So again, boho blue and basic white for those cardstock colors. Next, I'm actually going to bring in some scrap or some grid paper, and I will mention while I'm here, I do have a host code still open. This is my June host code. So like I said, June 30th on Sunday is the last day to order and get the bundle sale products pricing. So if you want to order it, just go to tanyareid.stampinup.net. And you can use host code if you would like, CMY4DC2E. So that's my host code for the month of June. All right, so let me show you what else I'm using. So I am using one of the pieces of the paper, the citrus, the Mediterranean Blooms paper, but it's the one that has the oranges and the lemons on it together. And I've cut a piece that's 3 inches by 5.5. So we'll be using that. I'll also be using 2 strips of boho blue cardstock, and those are 1 inch each by 5.5. And then our card base is going to be the lemon lolly. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it down the middle at 4.25. So I'm going to go ahead and get that folded. Oops, I just totally flung that across the top of my workspace. So I'll fold this down and score that. So that's the lemon lolly base, and then I'm going to work on my designer series paper. So what I decided to do was to take the boho blue and go on either side of the designer paper. So I'm going to just flip my paper over and run a little bit of Stampin' Seal down each side. I'll do one at a time. And then I'm going to adhere my boho blue strips to the back there on the where I just ran the adhesive, just so that about 1/2 inch, no, actually about 1/4 inch sticking out from the side there. I'll go ahead and do the other piece. And try and do it evenly. So this designer paper, you do have to kind of pay attention because sometimes the branches are going in multiple directions. I'm going to orient it this way. I guess I could do it this way, but I feel like they should be going this way. So I'm going to take this piece, add some dimensionals to the back, and then from there I will pop it right on the front of my lemon lolly card base. So I'm going to add about 6 dimensionals on this. This was a card we did at my coffee or tea and cards class this past Tuesday. I've been doing those for a few months now on a Tuesday morning here in the studio, just a very fun, casual morning. I usually keep the projects on the more simple side, but we have a good time and get a few cards done, just a few. So everybody goes home with 3 cards. Oh, and I totally put that upside down. So let me take that off. I wanted the lemons to be on the bottom. Okay. I was talking and not paying attention. So just pop these dimensionals off. I didn't press it down real hard yet. Plus I'm just going to be placing the paper right where it was. Yeah, I definitely wanted the oranges on the top versus the lemons. So that goes on like that. Now we're going to work on our stamping. So I am going to take the boho blue ink, and from the stamp set I'm going to actually be combining 2 greetings. So the just checking in is 1 greeting, and then hello. I'm actually going to put those both on the tag, and then I'm going to come in with some of the little flower accents there and add those in lemon lolly. So I am going to start with the boho blue, and I'm going to start with the just checking in first. Stamp that. It's a little bit crooked. Maybe I'll flip it over, do it one more time, see if I can not get it so crooked. When I'm not right over top of it, I feel like I can't get it straight, but good enough. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and do the hello stamp. And I'll also do that in boho blue. And I'm going to just put that right over top of where just checking in is at. Like that. So it almost looks like they were designed together, but they're actually 2 separate stamps. So the boho blue, we'll put that out of the way, and we'll grab the lemon lolly ink, which is like the lightest yellow we have. And I will put, there's 2 size flowers. They're very close in size, but I'm going to just do about 3 of each. And this is very light, but I feel like it's showing up okay, so. All right, I'll pull that up so you can see it. So hello, just checking in with some flowers there. All right, now we're going to adhere these 2 pieces together, and I'll just run a little bit of seal right on there. and pop our circle behind. I just like to, it kind of brings out the boho blue a bit more with that circle of boho blue behind it. Now we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And I always like to make sure my dimensionals cross both pieces of cardstock. It just helps secure them a little bit more. All right. And then we'll pop this on the front of our card and do it right in the center. And then we need to add a little bit of bling. So I'm going to pull in those opal rounds, and I'll grab my take your pick tool. And let's see, I definitely want to put one of the darker blue navy ones, kind of like right there. And I'll do one of the lemon lolly ones as well, right next to that. And then I'm going to take one of the clear ones, the big clear ones, and just kind of pop it somewhere right there. So there's just about 3 of those on the card. Of course, you can always add as much bling as you want, but I just like to do 3 or sometimes 5 or 6. But just adding a little bit of bling there. So that's the orange and lemon version. I did, the one the other day I did was just the lemons. So it's the same card, same layout. I just did only the lemons on this paper here. So that's my card for today. Pretty easy. I just really enjoyed these colors together. Again, I love this Mediterranean style. These colors speak to me. I just really love it. So I hope you did too. I wanted to show you one other card I did recently with this suite, and this was using a few different elements. So I used none of the citrus on this one. I used some of the blue pattern paper there. I did use balmy blue for the base on this one, and then some boho blue and lemon lolly, so similar colors to these. I did the stylish shapes for the just checking in there. And then this is the piece of paper that doesn't have any citrus. It's just all the little blossoms. So I did that one there. And then these are die cut from the set of dies for the citrus blooms dies. And that's in the lemon lolly. So that was a fun card I did that had nothing to do with the citrus, but it's definitely still got that Mediterranean feel. And I really like that one. So that was one I did recently at my class in May. All right, so let me just highlight a couple of the cards I've done this month, just to remind you. So we did this one on week 1 of June. We did the Seaside Wishes bundle. So that was my card for week 1. So if you missed these videos, you can definitely go back and check out the videos here on Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot. If you just go to my page, Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot, and click videos, or go to my YouTube channel. These are all listed as videos, and today's video will be added as well. But this was week 1 was the Seaside Wishes bundle, which I just love this set. And I've made about 5 different cards with this set so far. That was a really fun one. We did this one using the Unbounded Beauty and Flowers of Beauty suite, the Unbounded Love stamp set, and did some fun stamping with tone on the smoky slate, and a lot of the new in colors here. This is the Petunia Pop and Peach Pie. So some of the in colors here, and the designer paper as well for the in colors. And then last week we did a fun card using the To Market suite. This was the tomato card, as I called it. Using the To Market designer series paper and stamp set. I used the Heartfelt Hexagon punch here, and I just love how the little tomatoes stamped with their little vines. I just thought that was very perfect for this summertime when people are in their vegetable gardens. I am not, but I can stamp a vegetable garden pretty easily as well. So I just wanted to share those, and I hope you've enjoyed stamping along with me this month. And again, if you missed one of the videos, you can always check them out here on Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot under the videos, or on my YouTube channel. And I look forward to stamping with you more next time. Again, have a great rest of the week and the rest of June. We've got just a few days left until June ends. and I will see you later in July. Bye, everybody.